So, what are we doing? Oh, yes, that's right. President of Belarus. I think it's Lukashenko. Belarus. What if I just call him a tiny weenie man? What if I just say that he's got a tiny weenie? Okay? And so he sees this video of me saying that he has a tiny weenie, which he probably does. Because anybody that goes out of their way to be like, and again, look, if I'm in his position, I'm probably doing the same thing, okay? I got power, I want to hold on to the power. Because what are my options? Do you think I'm going to what am I going to do? In Belarus, like if you're in America, like the great thing about the American system of government is that you just fucking, when you're done being a politician, say you lose, you just get a fucking lobbying job. That's it. The doors aren't closed for you. You go and then you work with the people who paid you well. It's like nothing really changes. You're being paid by people to do work on their behalf when you're in fucking government. And then the people say, fuck this clown, this corrupt piece of shit. And he just goes, okay, well, I might as well just go and work for those people directly. Change sides, even though it's all the same fucking thing. In Belarus, maybe you have this similar thing, but you might not have much more. Like I said before, what did I say? Oh, I said it off camera. I was going on a rant, and that's why I decided that I wanted to turn this camera back on, because I missed this. I felt like last week was a big disappointment because it wasn't me rambling. I like the rambling, the ranting, and I do like to listen, and I like to make my own opinions on shit. I do, but it wasn't the right format. But now this week we're just going back to just shitting on the web. Whatever comes up may come up. And I was doing this I was talking to myself. I was fucking talking to myself for about a good 15 minutes. And I said, why don't I turn the camera on and turn the AC off so that that you can actually hear what I'm saying and sweat my fucking balls off. These are the sacrifices we make. But I was saying off camera, I was talking about no. Was I talking about off camera or was I talking about on camera? Did I say borscht on camera or off camera? Off camera, what I was saying was I was going through a bunch of different things. I was making this whole thing about how I was comparing Columbus Day, the fact that Columbus was sent by like the fucking Spaniards, that he wasn't even sent by fucking, Italy, but everyone who's even a quarter Italian within fucking 35 miles of here will fucking kill you if you say fuck Columbus Day. Fuck the fact that he was a dude who just showed up while people were drinking, coconut little drinks. Somewhere on an island, probably not wearing any clothes, skin pretty dark because they're in the sun all the time. Have some weekly ritual to the fish gods. Sacrifice significant portions of the population. I'm saying this so that I'm not painting them as like this peachy, romanticized whatever the fuck. Because this is a lot of times it was shit like this. You don't have fucking Google. You don't have things. You don't know how things work. Nobody told you about the good guy JC. Nobody told you about Muhammad until in a lot of those cases the same kind of shit happened, except the person who showed up on the shores wasn't some fucking he did different chain. You know what I'm talking about. But before we get to the guy showing up, you're just sitting there having you're telling stories because maybe you don't even have a writing system. Maybe you don't even have paper or ink. So everything is kind of passed down through stories. So it's two naked people sitting on the shore of whatever, drinking out of a coconut thing, telling stories, knowing that next week one of them is going to be sacrificed for a swordfish, the swordfish god. And then in October when it's fucking Shark Week or whenever Shark Week is, maybe that's where this Discovery Channel gets it from. Because one of these civilizations, they had Shark Week, and that's when like literally half the population would just get fucking slaughtered. Just get fucking made to wear like a crown of thorns, except that it was a crown of shark teeth. And they made it like put it through the head and they slowly fucking bled out. And then they're just living their life, without a worry, sacrificing people, telling stories, having a good time, sitting in the sun. All of a sudden, who shows up on your shores? It's somebody from a place called fucking Portugal. Or in this case, as we're talking about. Because the reason I said Portugal is because it blows my fucking mind. You look at Portugal now, like who are they connected to? They're connected to Spain. Okay? In order for Portugal to get to the rest of, obviously there's planes and shit now. It's not like it's fucking whatever. But in order for Portugal to get to the rest of Europe, even, you know, because they went begging for money like 10 years ago, and that's part of why this whole thing's ridiculous. And Spain did too, right? It was pigs. They call it pigs, and they were the one the P is the thing and the S in the thing, right? Portugal went begging for money. This is the thing. This little country who had to, in order to do that, they had to go through Spain. Because that's the only way through Europe. Obviously, like I said, they could fly, but it's simple more than anything. They're just they're chilling there. You know, like they're the person in if you go out like in a giant group of people, you don't get a good seat, and all the action's happening on one end of the table, and you're kind of all on the other end. And you're being squished out, and you're like, oh, "What are you guys saying over there? What are you saying over there? Hey, what's going on?" Like that's what Portugal is. Never been there. I know. I don't. You know. I know like 2 Portuguese people. Who probably will not be my friend after this, but you know what? We're going through all the countries. So I want to make a compilation one day of me shitting on every fucking country. I want to get to every single fucking country. We've got Ireland covered, we got Poland covered, and I believe we'll have a separate fucking video for Ireland, Poland, the fucking United States. We'll have a whole fucking separate video for those 3 because that's what I belong to. We'll do the Germans too because I got a bit of a distant German thing going on. And we'll do the Brits just because. But yeah, so imagine. So going back to the fact that for little fucking Portugal, tiny little fuck. Look at that. Okay, why am I? Look, I'll pull it up on a fucking map, and you tell me for yourself. Okay. This little fucking thing, and I was saying so off camera. I was saying, I'm right in the way of Portugal right now. So let's go up. Look at this thing, okay. And there's the rest of Europe. Let's go to the rest of Europe, okay? Right there. That little fucking thing. This. And look, okay, so here, one of these is Belgium. Over here. Belgium did the same shit. They wanted to, but for some reason, I think, you know, they got the capital of the EU thing is in Belgium. There's some, maybe because they're close to Germany, maybe because they're closer to England, France, and all that shit. Like again, they're where the action's happening. If they're in this party place, like we're talking about, this party table, they got a good seat. Even though they don't know who the fuck they are, they're speaking 2 different languages. They got the French and they got the whatever the fuck the other one, the phlegm people who got too much yellow shit in their throat, versus the French who don't have any yellow shit in their throat because they hark it up every time they fucking speak. That's the historical difference in Belgium. So they don't know what the fuck. Somehow have the best fucking soccer team in the world. Or although I think they lose to Italy today. They might have fucking lost. Regardless, have one of the best fucking soccer teams in the world. In this little kind of thing, managed to fucking dominate Africa. And when I mean dominate, like kill a bunch of fucking people for like rubber and shit. Just fucking slaughter people. And then obviously divide and conquer and put, you know, all like typical, you know, thing, whatever. All these countries did that. Poland tried to do, like we said, was not successful. Portugal, the fact that fucking Brazil, they still all speak Portuguese. They were taken and or whatever they were thing by this little fucking thing, which can't even get, like I said, can't even get to the rest of Europe unless they go through fucking Spain. They're being blocked off, or they could, I guess, they could sail a little sailboat. They can kind of go up there that way. Like I said, and obviously now we have airplanes and shit. Again, the metaphor of like you think it's just nuts to me. That, so like let's you know go back to the story that somebody from this little fucking place 500 years ago they were sending people all over. So now somebody's on this island, they're just minding their own fucking business, like I said, getting ready to be sacrificed for you know, for some fucking great white whatever the fuck. And I'm not talking about great white person, I'm talking great white fucking shark for Shark Week. And this guy fucking shows up, and now they're saying, hold the fish shit. What the fuck is this? He's on this fucking apparatus. This floating fucking thing that's coming right towards me. It's got these things I've never seen flailing about. It's coming towards me. This dude gets off. He's dressed like Johnny Depp out of Pirates of the Caribbean, although they wouldn't have gotten that reference. Maybe they did. I don't know. I'm just speculating. This is a fictional thing. So, gets off, starts, you know, with his little Jesus chain, starts going, you know, I was going to do a Spanish. It's mine now, but that's Spain. It's Portugal. I don't know what they do. The Portuguese, when I hear like a Brazilian person talk, it's kind of like Spanish mixed with Russian. There's like a little Russian thing going on. It's like I can't really like put my finger on it, but it's like Spanish is like noches, and then like fucking Portugal's like cinco and I don't even know if that's Russian, but there's like this weird thing going on. Can't put my finger on. I don't know. They like the zhao. They do a lot of that zhao. Does that make any sense? Am I talking about on my ass? I might have no clue what I'm talking about. I've already alienated any Portuguese listeners ever because this is gonna be clipped and shared, and they're gonna be like, somebody find and murder this motherfucker. And I guess I'm gonna have to take it. It'll be like the last scene of Departed. It'll be like last scene. I'll come in with my paper bag because I got paper bags now in my local supermarket. That's the thing they're doing because plastic's no bueno. So they're charging now 50 cents a bag, and I'm coming home lugging this shit. Open the fucking door, and it's gonna be a dude. It's gonna be that's what he's gonna. No, but he wouldn't put it on the floor. I was gonna say he's got like the Mark Wahlberg like the blue little sock shit, so that he doesn't leave any prints. And then it was gonna be in the Portuguese flag, but then that would imply that he's stepping on his own flag. He wouldn't do that. He's wearing the same little the blue shits, and he's draped in the fucking Portuguese flag, holding up a gun in my, and I'd be like, you know what? I'd be like, okay. But I was gonna say, the truth is, if anybody who I ever offend, I'm gonna have like, there's gonna be a line. There's gonna be a line of, it's gonna be like the United Nations, except instead of people in suits pretending like they're the heads of state and they have any control over whatever the fuck, it's gonna be whoever gets offended on Twitter or one of these things, because I just shat all over the country. But it's in the job, it's in my title. You're getting degenerate shit, and it's in the title of the show. I'm here to shit on. I'm not here to blow smoke up people's ass. Go look up Joey Safe White Boy from Kansas blows smoke up everybody's ass, and not Des shits on. And the ratings on that have to be fucking through the roof because everybody just wants tame fucking inoffensive horse shit now. Something that doesn't upset, people who might, like I said, gets, and that's like this guy fucking Lukashenko. So this guy Lukashenko, and just to bring it all the way back, but I didn't finish my Portugal point yet. So let me finish the Portugal point, and then let me bring it back to Lukashenko. So the Portugal point was, now this fucking guy shows up going, and there's even some like East Asian thing going on there. So again, horrible fucking Portuguese. I don't know any Portuguese. The only thing I was gonna say, Anderson Silva or whatever the fuck, right? Because it's but ciao, and then they're like, what the fuck is this? So all the fish shit we were worshiping, that was a load of shit. This guy is a divine thing. A divine thing, and he's the bringer of death before they can get to Shark Week and mutilate half their own population. This guy is making people drop like that, so he must be Jesus and not just infected with fucking smallpox, which is what it turns out to be. He go, oh, he's bringing, this is the devil, or he's the whatever he is. We gotta fear this guy, and he's cutting our balls off and he's stuffing it in our mouths. Like, this is heavy shit. This is heavy shit. So this guy has to be, so fuck the fish, this guy is the guy in charge. But now, I was saying Portuguese for the example because of how ridiculous it all seemed. But now say he's a Spanish guy, but he's not really a Spanish guy, he's an Italian guy. But he's not an Italian guy, he's being sent by the Spanish. So that's the kind of situation we're talking about. And I don't know why, now that I got into that point in the story, I don't know. I was comparing Columbus Day to, that's what I said. So I was comparing Columbus Day to if fucking Albania would have shot fucking Buzz Aldrin into space. So say Buzz Aldrin got pissed off because Neil Armstrong was picked, and it's like some kind of like, it's like the retelling of fucking, what's that shit, like the biblical, like the story of, what is it, Satan? You know how the whole story of like Satan, the Genesis, what do they call it, the origin story? If there was like if they did like a Jesus and Satan fucking Marvel shit, they would do the origin story. They would have they would do like Jesus Christ superhero. Then they would go back and be like, well, how did we get to this place? Why was Jesus fighting Satan on top of the Empire State Building? Well, because you go all the way the fuck back, the two of them were good friends, and they were God's favorite people. And then God said, "Hey, Jesus, you're gonna fucking die for me, right?" And he's like, I'm flattered, I'm honored. He's like, because you're my favorite boy. You're my number one boy. So it's because I love you that I'm gonna send you to be absolutely just fucking tortured, just to endure the worst suffering that I could possibly put anybody under, because I love you, and because you love me, and this is my way of rewarding that. But somehow it'll all be worth it, because you'll turn into bread every Sunday across the planet, and people will fucking eat you for 2,000 years. So Satan obviously hears this, and like any sane person is like, well, I wanted to do that. I wanted them to be eating fucking a little piece of Satan every week. I want to know what that's like. And he gets so pissed off the fact that he was snubbed. And like anybody with two fucking eyes and ears could see, was totally let off the hook. I would have been like, I guess he's your favorite. Go do your daddy proud to his brother or his friend or whatever the story was. He takes such offense to not being put up to be fucking nailed to a piece of wood that he says, fuck all this shit. Fuck all this shit. It's kind of like, it's like I'm starting my own venture. Heaven Incorporated or Heaven LLC is, I don't like the governance here anymore. This board of directors, I am being pushed out. So, I'm going to fucking start my own shit. Hell LLC. Hell LLC. Satan is the CEO. And they want to do clouds and bright shit and harps. No, I'm doing fire and fucking heavy metal and guitar solos. Okay, and we're gonna have bitches galore. Okay, it's gonna be it's stripper pole on top of stripper pole on top of stripper pole, and you're gonna go nuts. You're gonna have a good time. And this is for the people who really fuck shit up there, but don't really care. And we're gonna have the same way that he chose Jesus, God chose Jesus. I'm gonna choose my guy. It's gonna be Marilyn Manson, and we're gonna send Marilyn Manson up there, and he's gonna drink absinthe and talk about how I'm great, and and this didn't actually happen apparently, but get one of his ribs removed so he can blow himself all the time. And also just be a genuinely cool guy, I thought, until allegations. But then, I don't want to comment on allegations before we do a deep dive. But that's besides the point with all that shit. What I was saying was, in a similar vein, okay, as the Jesus-Satan saga, you have the Buzz Aldrin, Neil Armstrong saga. Now, what's the saga here? The God, which is just something that's like the United States, the equivalent of the United States. So it's fucking Uncle Sam himself. Okay? He decides, sits down, Neil Armstrong, Buzz Aldrin, and Michael Collins. The only reason, you would know the third person, because who the fuck would know the third person? Oh, his name is fucking Michael Collins. That's why. It's just three of them. And he goes, Michael Collins, you're fucking done. I can't fucking send you up. How you can't have you got fucking done in because rewind the clock 40 years ago, a dude with the same name as, it's like Michael Bolton out of fucking Office Space. It's like a dude with the same name as you, made a name for himself. So there can't be two Michael Collinses. He stood up and he basically in one way got the Irish fucking independence, in the other way invented modern terrorism. Just fucking invented fucking, what is it, like sleepers? Again, I'm talking about this is what I'm gathering from Wikipedia and shit, so Snopes me on this shit, but invented fucking sleeper cells and shit. Really got the terrorism game, he will be looked at, he will be remembered fondly by the terrorist community for really up in the But I'm not here to say it was for a shit cause. I won't for a fucking second say that. So that's where it gets all complicated. Just interesting factoid to think about. That's all I'm saying. But long story short, Michael Collins, you're fucking donezo. Because I know you're American and you have no relation or whatever, but I know we're gonna send you up there and you're gonna that's probably what it was. They auditioned everybody. They said, okay, if you were to get up there, what would be the first line you would say? When your foot, because we need to decide which one he's going. And we're not going to pick you, Michael Collins, but what would you say? And Michael Collins said, it's a great day for America. He's like, no, you wouldn't say that. You would say some kind of shit like up the raw shit. And you would make a connection back to the other Michael Collins guy, and he's like, no, I won't. There's no, and like, yeah, we don't trust you. We don't do that. This is America saying that, right? Just for the sake of the story, because obviously Michael Collins can't have the winning thing because he doesn't get sent off into space. So it's between Buzz Aldrin and Neil Armstrong, and Buzz Aldrin is like the fucking. Let's say, okay, I'll tell you, here's what happens. Okay, they ask Buzz next. They're like, what would you say? And Buzz says, Buzz did like theater in high school and shit. And they know this because it was on his resume when he applied to NASA. It was like, started as a McDonald's fry guy to a series of happy coincidences, happy circumstances, whatever the fuck. Works his way up and across and out into fucking astronaut, right? Like first mission on the moon astronaut. And basically they're like, and so we know you like fries and we know you like fucking theater. You were in Guys and Dolls or whatever the fuck. So you give us, I have a good feeling about this. Give us what you would say. And he does like some overly fucking over the top hammy shit like, should all acquaintance be forgot and blah 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 and may the greats of, and that's one small step for man. And one giant step for the human race. And like, that's not bad. That's not bad. Now, Neil Armstrong, who never did fucking theater, Neil Armstrong was too busy getting BJs underneath the bleachers, being the cool guy. And he just has this charm about him. He's like, I know one day that I'm going to be on stamps and shit. I just have this fucking appeal. And it's opened a lot of doors for me. So he just takes the fault what this guy just fucking said, the last bit of it, because Neil does this whole fucking like soliloquy, this whole like fucking Shakespearean fucking soliloquy, and so Neil just takes the last bit, the only bit he was awake for, because he was off texting some bitches he was gonna nail that night, and he goes it's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind. And God's like, or not God, the God equivalent, which is Uncle Sam. If you're still following along the path, which I think I've lost absolutely fucking everybody at this point. I think I've lost if everybody's still watching this, like talk about being a champion, like you are a fucking champion. But so the Uncle Sam's like, that's pretty fucking good. That's pretty fucking good. And I was about to say Billy Aldrin. Buzzy Aldrin's like, I did come up with a large portion of that shit. He's like, yeah, but your shit said, what did you say? You said one small step for man. You said one giant step for the human race. There's no fucking poetry there. Like, I get the concept, but it doesn't sound like this guy said man and then mankind. Okay, it's like mankind. He's got bars, and there's something about this guy. He just gives off this aura like he knows he's gonna be on stamps and shit. So let's put him on fucking stamps. So they pick Neil. And Buzz is like, I'm happy to join regardless. I'll be in support because it's really about the science of the mission. Bullshit. He's fucking fuming. Okay? Now, halfway across the planet, you have little Albania doing whatever the fuck it is they're doing because nobody's their friend, apparently. This is like a thing. Like, they have like no friends as a country. They just have like no, like, because they're not really part of anything. Like they're not Yugoslav, they're not former Yugoslav, whatever the fuck. They're not Italians, although they make fucking pizza. They have their own like language. They're Muslims randomly, and then they have like these little things all over the country, like these little fucking bunkered things, and they don't really know what's happening. Like this is again talking about fucking a Portugal guy sitting in my apartment shooting me in the fucking eyes. Albanian guy not only he doesn't even fucking shoot me. Well, I will be coming back with my groceries one day, and I will show up, and it will be an Albanian guy ready to fucking strangle me with his bare hands, and he'll do it. Albania. If you told me I was gonna I'm like, if DESY had to be in a random cage match like in fucking Spider-Man, like if it was like Bonesaw or whatever, like some roided out, just probably rip me to pieces too. But for some reason I wouldn't be like, I'd be like, let's go, whatever. If you told me it was like Bonesaw was like an Albanian, or if you told me that he was like Armenian, or if you told me he was fucking Armenian, I'd be like, you know what? I might have to bitch out on this one. I might have to bitch out on this one. Like whoever like you, I'm making very well known that I can be easily torn to shreds. Okay, I can throw hands a little bit, and so when it comes to facing like these fucking pussies, like Bezos types, which that's another thing. We have to figure out how to get a campaign together. I want to get in the ring with 3 people on the planet: Jeff Bezos, fucking Piers Morgan, and Donnie Golden Toilets Jr. And I would box the fucking head off all of them. I don't give a fuck if they got a weight advantage on me. I would fucking kick the shit out of the 3 of them at the same fucking time. Maybe not at the same time. Maybe that's just being macho, whatever the fuck. And I don't do that shit. But I will fucking fight. We'll do it for charity. That way, Donnie Golden Toilets Jr. can fucking figure out a way to get money off of it, to funnel it towards himself and sustain his career as being an insignificant fucking descendant of a fucking sideshow. And so it benefits all parties, and then I'll just sit there and beat the shit out of it. But like that kind of shit, But if we're talking about like Albanian cage fighter, probably rip my head off. Probably rip my fucking head off. Okay, so let's again, before we get into this whole thing of Albanians are gonna be offended. You talk about the alphabet. I just said Albanians, Armenian, and I was just kind of blowing smoke up the ass in both cases, in the sense of I was praising the fact that you can kick the shit out of me. But we don't do blowing smoke up there. This is DESY shit song. We shit on. Okay, so we're dealing it everywhere. Armenians will get it, next week. Even I can fuck with Armenians as much as I do, and which is a lot, because they're kind of like the Irish of the Soviet shit. They're definitely the fucking Irish of the Soviet shit. But even beyond the Soviet shit, like before that's the crazy shit. It's like Poland. It's like the same shit. Like they got swept up in the Soviet shit, but you go before the Soviet shit, it's like it was even fucking worse. It was even fucking worse. In Poland's case, you got the fucking Nazis walking in, and before that, you didn't even have a fucking country for 100 and whatever the fuck years. Armenian's case, yeah, you're living in the fucking Soviet shit. Everyone's speaking Russian. You're forced to be in this system. You're proud of your heritage. You're Armenian. Okay, so let's undo that. Let's go before what was happening. Holy shit, you were being fucking slaughtered en masse. En masse, being fucking slaughtered in a genocide. Let's not beat around the fucking bush. I know now in America we're allowed to say that finally, after however many fucking years, because we wanted to give Turkey a big fuck you. And if you're Turkish and you first of all, you think that's gonna stop me from getting fucking what's the Turkish pizza shit, lamakun, whatever the fuck it's called, shit's fucking banging. Maybe you won't let me in. Maybe you won't let me into your restaurant. Maybe at the end of this Departed thing, it's not a Portugal guy, it's not an Albanian guy, it's a Turkish person, and they strangle me with the lamajin or the lamakun or whatever it's called, and then that's how I die. But I would rather be strangled. I'm just gonna call it Turkish pizza because I'm gonna piss people off, because I'd rather be strangled with a Turkish pizza than fucking shot in the head. I think most people would, especially if you've tried one. Because it's fucking banging. Anyways. That's me shitting on the Turkish people then. I just shat on thing and I just... So like I said, but even though I should play favorites with Armenians, we'll figure out something with Armenia. We'll definitely figure, because everybody's got to be put down. I'm trying to make a global compilation. I'm trying to get everybody on the fucking planet. But this week... we're on Albanians. And I'm not even shitting on Albanians. I'm not fucking sitting here saying, "Oh, Albania, you suck." I'm using it as a backstory. I'm just saying. Okay, so the whole backstory was getting back to the Buzz Aldrin thing, right? Buzz Aldrin was too hammy jammy when he was overacting, right? When he did his audition tape, so he loses the job to Neil, fucking stud, our high school stud Neil, who gets to be the first guy off the moon and deliver this fucking line. So now Buzz is about to go with this whole thing. But the Albanians are saying, look, we need something. We need something to put us on the map. Okay, so how can we fucking get put on the map? Because we don't, it's like, we'll fucking put a guy into space before anybody else does. So the Americans, I think they're trying to do that. The Soviets did do so. No, fuck the spaceship. We're gonna get a guy to the fucking moon. We're just going to launch them in that general direction. Hopefully the shit doesn't fall apart. And we're going to get this whole thing together within 5 years. Okay, maybe we'll talk to the Soviets. Maybe we'll make some sort of deal. even though they'll probably steal the idea for themselves. Whatever. Long story short, fucking Albania ends up sending Buzz Aldrin. Okay, Buzz Aldrin becomes the first man on the fucking moon from Albania. That is, and you know, delivers his whole soliloquy. He gets to say his whole soliloquy, but they make him say like 25% of it in Albanian. And he has to like convert to Islam, like on the moon and shit. I don't know how strict they are. Are they strict in Albania with the what's? I'm here to learn. Like somebody tell me, somebody in the future, because this whole show is gonna have no viewers for like 5-6 years. I'd say like, you know, no one's gonna know who DESY is until 2027. When I'll have no hair and I'll be fucking wrinkled and I'll be, you know, whatever. And all of a sudden people are going to give a shit about DESY. And instead of, you know, that making me happy, again, I'm just going to have to start fending off everybody. But if you find us even 7 years from now and say, oh, it's probably too late, he brought nobody, send me the thing. What's the story? Someone teach me about all, if you're from any of these countries, tell me where I'm fucking up. Teach me some interesting lessons. I'm here to learn. I got an open fucking mind. But for the sake of the story, to make it a good story, he has to convert to Islam on the moon. But he gets to say his soliloquy or shit. Now, say he does all this shit, or maybe he just makes a pizza, because Albanians apparently make good pizzas. Like I said, not Turkish pizzas, regular pizzas. But there's a whole that's the whole thing too, because there's like the thing. What's happening with them in Italy? Like there's some Albanians are going in Italy, and then, you know, like fucking 200 years later, giving birth to Regis Philbin. This is how much time I spent on Wikipedia in general. It's just you know. But Regis Philbin, you know. So apparently there's just a bunch of Albanians in Italy. I don't know if it's the other way around. I don't know if there's a bunch of Italians in Albania. I don't know. Anyway, regardless of what it is, and it's all they're right there. Maybe I don't know what it is, but like they do pizza too apparently. But then, you know, they decided they want more than pizza. They want more, so they send somebody to the moon and they get him to do this soliloquy. And he's American, and he says this shit. Whatever. Now imagine fucking 60 years later, America is a, you know, celebrate every year we celebrate Buzz Aldrin Day, because he was sent by Albania, but he's an American, and he was the first person on the moon. And now if somebody points out, yeah, but he was sent by fucking Albania, they go, well, fuck, you better take my fucking day. You're gonna take my fucking day away. This is the parallel to Columbus Day. I don't know why it took me fucking 18 minutes, but at least, to go through all the loops to get to that fucking parallel. I did the Jesus shit. I did the Marvel God backstory. That's how many fucking backflips I did to deliver that simple thing, which could have taken 2 seconds. But we're not here for 2-second things. We're here to listen to me ramble my face off and bore you to fucking tears, because I don't give a shit, because I'm not gonna have any viewers, like I said. To me, this is a guy in a basement, and I'm doing this for my own sanity. I know I say this, I say like I'm not doing these things for the good of my health. This is for the good of my health, because then if I'm not saying this to a camera, into thing, then I'm saying it on the street to myself, and then that's how I start walking into signs and shit. So I don't want to walk in. I need to exercise my demons and promote myself to nobody. And the point I was, okay, so then we do, okay, so the Columbus shit. Oh yeah, so let's just tie the bow on. I think we got the whole thing. Lukashenko. Go back to the Belarus guy. Did I say anything about? Oh yeah. So the story about this. Let me So this guy, I still haven't figured out who. Oh, you know, he actually, you know who he looks like. He has a bit of Springsteen, like in the eyes maybe. If you covered, can I reach that far? My hand's gonna get cut off. No, my hand's gonna get cut off. He kind of looks like, you know, it's like, I don't know. But like I said, we're not even going after the thing. We're going after the fact that we'll say that he's got a small Johnson, right? So say 5 years from now, like I said, I'm on some random Greek island. I'm going to see the motherland. My plane's flying over fucking Belarus. Apparently, what this guy will do is he will find this video and he will say, tell everybody that there's a bomb on that plane. Okay, we're gonna come to get the bomb. We need to make sure everybody's safe. And they got a harp on the side of that fucking airplane. It doesn't fucking matter. And the guy, honestly, the guy running the thing is not gonna give a shit anyway. He's not gonna. He's too busy laughing and rolling in money. And it'll hurt his stock for 2 weeks, and then it'll get back to normal. Because then, we're all being vaccinated now. People want to go to, from fucking, like I said, they have to go through thing, so they need their flights. Because otherwise, how are they going to get to fucking Europe? You want to go from Portugal to fucking Finland for like €2. And now that, everyone's got fucking, cabin fever. Everyone wants to just go fucking nuts. They'll be fine. And then he won't give a shit anymore. So, long story short, bring them down and say that there's a bomb on board. And they landed and they say, oh, no, we're all good. And then people are like, I see that we're all good. But there was this really loud motherfucker who was just bitching about, like, the seats or something. Or just being a discontent. Or just being a general fucking curmudgeon. And he's fucking gone now. I wonder what happened there. And then they're gonna find out, oh, it's because he said that he has a little penis, which is why he's holding on for power for so long. Which is not, like I said, which is not true, because I would do the same fucking thing. This is the point. Now we're going into the cycles of fucking thought. Because now I'm remembering, I was saying, if I was this guy's position, I'd hold on to power. Because I can't go through the fucking revolving door unless maybe they do have a revolving door. Maybe they do have a thriving. Oh, it's a corrupt country, right? But they don't have the same kind of like lobbying thing. They just do. Like, it's just known that it's corrupt, right? Like, it wouldn't that be, again, if you're from Belarus and you know what's going on, and you want to, I guess, risk possibly, also being kidnapped off a plane. You want to tell me what it's like? You let me know. But so like over here we have to try to hide the fact that this rodeo ain't for you, right? But we mask it. We'll say, oh, he's just an oil lobbyist. Oh, so he's gonna control the shit and he's gonna pay off whoever. But he's just a lobby. That's just how they do. That's just what it is. It's a part of the whole system. Over there they don't give a shit. They just tell you, no, yeah, this is what they're running this shit. Like there's no facade about it. So assuming that they don't have like a strong like lobbying thing, I would do the same thing. I'm not fucking. What am I doing? Like, I'm not doing some fucking menial labor. After I get, if I got the position, I'm fucking staying in that job. Especially if it's Belarus. It's like, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do otherwise? What am I gonna do otherwise? Make fucking vodka out of potatoes for the rest of my life? I don't know. But anyways. I don't know why we were shitting on him, or so whatever. But I don't even know what the point of that. Okay, so like he's like I said, I was basically outlining what could possibly very much happen to me in the next 7 years or so, if this ever gets more than 5 views. If I don't get whacked by an Italian, Albanian, Turkish, maybe I'll find the one person who's a quarter Portuguese, a quarter Albanian. Sorry, one fifth. We'll go with fives. 1/5 Albanian, 1/5 Turkish, 1/5 Portuguese, 1/5 Italian, and then 1/5 fucking Belarusian, whatever. I'll find the one person, and he's fucking super pissed off because I've ticked off all the boxes, and he just machine guns my fucking head off. Like there's no remnant of anything. It's just like, and it's just nothing. I might so, but if that doesn't happen and said scenario plays out, and I'm ever on a fucking Ryanair's going over Belarus, I think I'm done. So I will be making. But then again, the good thing is that right now I'm in total fucking anonymity. Total fucking anonymity. Nobody knows who the fuck I am. They'll find out once I'm mayor, but that might take about 50. What is it? This year's an election year, so. 16 fucking years? Take a long fucking time. Yeah, so I don't know. I got no clue. I don't know what the was. I'm gonna close this out and I'm gonna say, oh, that's why I brought this whole shit up.